Raev e-bike sent me the GTX for a review. Let's unbox it. I can't wait to get this thing built and on the road. All right, now the GTX comes well packaged. I can see they put a lot of care into making sure there's minimal chance of damage to occur. If this box arrived, it was not damaged at all. I have had other bikes like this from other companies arrive with forklift damage and things like that. So obviously the bike maker can't control what happens in transit. I was lucky this time. Seems no damage done in transit. Opening up the box, I find it very well packaged and padded. A lot of foam blocks filling up void spaces. I doubt I'm going to find any shipment damage from the bike shifting or anything, because it looks like they took care of all of that. So starting to unpack the box, you'll have large foam blocks taking up void spaces. Within the blocks you'll find other parts like the battery, obviously. So be careful as you unbox to you know, make sure you're not tossing any parts to the side recklessly as you pull out these foam blocks. As I said, very well protected, very well packaged for the trip. All right, looks like we're down to the main body of the bike now. It would appear only minor assembly required when you get your bike. It appears you're going to have to mount your front wheel, your handlebars. Obviously with the handlebars, I can't quite tell yet if the brake attachment, you know, brake levers and things like that are already attached, or if those will just need some placing, but looks to be minimal assembly required, which is a good thing. Have some tools like maybe wire cutters or something to help cut these very thick zip ties, or holding some parts and things in place. It'll help you get some of these parts free and out of the way to unbox it. And we're going to work on mounting the handlebars and the front wheel, and hopefully we'll be riding soon. Once we get the bike built out, the handlebars on and adjusted, the tire on, we'll really get a size or a feel for its actual size and how a rider like myself, 6 foot tall, will fit on this cafe racer style bike. So Raev is a new company, and I've been following this company for a little while now. And I had a chance to talk with them, and you know, we agreed to do a collaboration to showcase the GTX to other people that were interested, much like I was. So I'm looking forward to this collaboration. I thank Raev for their trust with this project. I have some pretty high expectations for the bike based on some of the things that I've seen already from other customers that have purchased their GTX. So can't wait to give it a try. So before we put the wheel on, I just wanted to show the little other box that was inside the package. Includes the headlight. It's where the pedals are located. This is the charger, I believe. Front fender, and the instructions with some basic tools. But as a typical individual who needs instructions, no, really, you should follow the instructions. Like I said, I've put together a few, so I'm, have a little bit of experience. But if you don't, definitely read your instruction manual before you start unpacking everything and start your assembly process. A lot of great information there, I'm sure. And plus it gives you the necessary wrenches and sizes that you're gonna need. So obviously the easiest way is to flip the bike upside down, which would be a good thing to do if you have a person to help you. That's one, because remember, e-bikes are heavier than a regular bike because of the motor and the battery weights and things like that. And also the frames. The frames are beefier. So do it with some help. That way you don't damage your new bike, scratch, tear, anything like that. Otherwise, you can try to do what I'm about to do and balance the wheel in between your legs and then maybe bring the frame onto it. Let's see if we're successful doing that. All right, with the wheel on, the bike is really starting to shape up. Let's keep going. Up correctly, especially for those that are less experienced in assembling a bike and doing it for the first time. So when mounting the fender, you can use the provided Allen keys that they gave you, or your own if you have a set like I do. Loosen it up, take the bolt out. There you go, get it in there. Be careful not to scratch your bike. You may scuff it. If you're not careful, just watch your clearances. Well, let's be honest. The way I plan to ride this thing, it's probably going to get scratched pretty quick. I like to ride on trails here in my state of Florida. We have beautiful trails, beautiful outdoor parks. I'm very lucky that I have those in my area, especially during these quote-unquote winter months. It's middle of December right now, and it is, I think, in the low 70s right now outside. So I'm very lucky. So again, use the provided tools to go ahead and install your fender. You'll need your Allen wrench and the spanner wrench that they provided, so that way you can hold the bolt, or then hold the nut as you snug up the bolt. There you go. Alright, now when you go to fit into the bracket, it's a little tight. You're just going to have to pull the bracket apart a little bit to get it in through those slots, matching up the holes. Get the first one lined up. Get the first bolt in there, tapped in a bit. Not all the way, because we're still to probably make adjustments, but just enough, a little bit to hold it in place as we then come around to get the other one. And then again, you'll see these connections that we talked about, wires coming off of the headlight. They match up, and we're done. Again, the GTX shipped mostly assembled. All we had to put on was, after unpacking of course, was the tire, the handlebars, the light, and the fender. That's it. 4 things and you're ready to ride. Now I still have some protective, obviously tapings and such still in place I need to peel off. I wanted to leave them in place through the assembly process, just in case I drop something, scratch something. So I'll finish making the cleanups, and I'm sure I need to check proper inflation on the tires. But let's see the fit. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. I'm 6 foot tall. This is the GTX. Shorter riders, there's the GT Bullet, and that is, I think, up to 5'10". If you're 5'10" and above, you may be more comfortable on the GTX. Again, thanks to Raev. Can't wait to get it out on the trail. Stay tuned.